Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Saints going up against the Broncos. With that, let's send you out to Denver. We're standing by in the booth, our two men who will call the game for us. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first down throw, Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Now let's go. Green 3.
Off the fake to Booker, it's Simeon. Going for the deep ball. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarvis Bird. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. They're going to give it to him running right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
On second down, here's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The ground game, Charles, is really where the Broncos need to get things going. Devontae Booker, 3 carries, just 1 yard in Week 14. They got Justin Forsett now, but he really didn't do much. They got to figure it out.
It does tell you the value, though, of C.J. Anderson, doesn't it? He's the starter that's been lost. Most people thought that Devontae Booker was actually drafted to replace C.J. Anderson. Instead, he's not able to keep up the same pace, and it's really affecting their offense.
Hurry up, here we go.
Simeon on third down. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well. Demaryius
Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy-bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them. But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Simeon, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll fake it. Now Simeon. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Demaryius Thomas. What a catch there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, 49 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And New Orleans gets set to take over again on offense. So they're coming off 2 losses and 2 games where they really struggled on this side of the football. 13 points in Week 13, 11 this past week.
They did not have Michael Thomas, their dynamic rookie out of Ohio State. A big body guy, runs excellent routes, makes big catches. He didn't play in the game against Tampa Bay, so who's going to pick up the slack? Well, Willie Snead did a pretty good job, 6 catches for 85 yards, but he didn't get into the end zone. And Brandon Cooks is a sensational player for them, but had a huge drop in the end zone that may have cost them the game. So they need people to step up in the absence of Michael Thomas.
Sitting at 5-8 right now with the Saints. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Aqib Talib is one of the great gambling corners in the league. When he gets an idea and a notion and jumps a route, it often results in 6 points for his team.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Breeze. This is caught. It's Cooks. 6 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Fresh set of downs here. Now the pitch comes to Ingram. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now Breeze on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 8 on the game there, and that leads to New Orleans first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, Breeze. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. Now third down and goal from the 1. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team, helps them start their comeback.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 4 yards remaining now on second down. To throw on second is Simeon. Norwood's got it, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Simeon on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down now after the pass completion. From the 50, it's Simeon. Catch here, left side, Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back to throw, Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete. Devontae Booker, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
On 4th down, Simeon. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 43 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Charles, a lot of off-air talk between us about the playoff picture. And obviously, Patriots well on their way there again. But they'll have to do it this year without Rob Gronkowski. Of course, the Madden cover boy injured. Maybe some talk of a Madden curse. I don't know.
You know, it's so funny when we talk about that. If you go back through the time, a lot of guys had big years after being on the cover of Madden. You know, I know Richard Sherman and the Seahawks went to a Super Bowl the year that he was on there.
OBJ had a good year last year.
Yeah, so listen, you and I both know Gronk. There's no way he sees it as a curse. He sees it as a challenge and will work his way back.
And we certainly wish him well in his recovery. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, here in the booth, we have a playoff picture if it ended today, and I'm looking at the AFC to take a quick pivot. The Patriots, Chiefs, Raiders all looking very good past that. A lot of shuffling still could be done.
Well, let's face it, AFC East has been locked down for a lot of years, so we know how that's going to turn out. But let's head out west because Oakland and Kansas City are tied at 10-3, but Kansas City swept the season series, so they have the ultimate tiebreaker right there. And the AFC South, the records may not be pretty, but it's snug there. Houston, Tennessee both tied, and Indianapolis just one game back.
Here's Breeze to throw. And complete here to Stoneburner. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Breeze. Caught right side, it's Snead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on first down is Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Breeze to throw on second down. It's complete to Snead. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Throw complete right side to Cooks. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry up. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. They go screen. This is Ingram. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Cooks has it over the middle. 13 yards that time of the first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And this is caught. It's the tight end Fleener for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Fleener, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Partner, to switch gears, what a capper we had to Week 14. Cowboys losing again to the Giants. And Romeo Okwara, he came up big in that game, didn't he?
He certainly did because he replaced Jason Pierre-Paul. Led the team in tackles with 8. Consistent pressure all night. Had a sack. He played a great game. How about the Jets going out on the road at San Francisco, coming from way back to win? Bilal Powell, 145 yards on the ground, filling in for Matt Forte. And Matt Moore for the Miami Dolphins. The numbers aren't the key. The key is he hasn't carried them in their playoff push with the injury to Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, 3 big breakout players last week. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Escapes the sack. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Simeon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Going down the middle, and it's complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off.
It's so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On first, again, they go with Bunker. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Craig Robertson in on the stop. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Let's go.
Here's Booker. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Give. This is Forsett. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go. 3-19.
They're going to go. It's Booker. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Well, now they'll try the end around. He cuts it right. And a cut to the sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, Breeze. He's got time. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Time for a break. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Dive play, Kuhn. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Kuhn, a 6-yard touchdown run. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. Breeze is going to throw, and he's got it over the middle. Fleener, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And the Broncos are going to get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Right back to Booker. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the 1st down.
Forsett. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. Now, I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a heck of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now...
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Simeon now to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Simeon, he's going to let it go again. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California, California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sunny. California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been in New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Palmer's Cardinals. So let's send you out to the Valley of the Sun as we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Breeze now on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he fires one, but incomplete. The intended target there was Tim Hightower. And that brings up 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They toss to Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Hit from behind and taken down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be... Fourth and long. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran El Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it, crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. All right, now.
They go play action now. Palmer. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, well, really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald, gosh, 3rd overall pick back in 04.
Yeah, how about that? Remember Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner? He's finally found a real home in Arizona.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
58. Blue 58.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
On second down, Palmer finding time. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive. And
looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And Arizona trotting back onto the field, getting ready to take over on offense. It's interesting for this crew. You know, they badly needed a win in Week 14. Didn't get it, but still, they're not out of playoff contention. There's still a glimmer of hope.
And they played like it on Sunday. I know they lost the game to Miami. We understand they lost in overtime. But they were really essentially getting jumped on in that game. Hung in there, battled their way back, tied the game. So there's a reason they're still mathematically involved in this. They never quit. They don't give up. Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Against Miami, Johnson up over 100 yards from scrimmage. And he's done that all 13 games so far this season. That ties Edgerrin James for the longest streak to start a year. Pretty impressive.
Really impressive. I mean, when you look at what he has done, especially on the ground, 80 yards in this game. Catches it, of course, 41 yards against Miami. Caught the two-point conversion that tied the game and sent it into overtime. There's simply not much that David Johnson can't do. And if their record warranted it, we'd be talking about him for the MVP.
On second down, here's Palmer. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. And they'll give it to him here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Left side and caught by Flainer. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They come out here in the eye. Gives it to the fullback. This is Kuhn. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's third down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Here's Breeze looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's a foot race. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Breeze now. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. We saw 5 receivers out there, 3rd down from that distance. You had to think quick pass. They were able to get it done.
No doubt about it. Everything went quickly on that play. The processing, getting the ball out, getting it to the proper target, and picking up the first down. Hard to defend. Maybe your only hope is get your hands in the passing lane on the pass rush and try and bat it away.
26 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
On first down, Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 8 yards to go here on second down.
Kill. 21. Mike 50.
Breeze to throw on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Now Breeze on third down. And this is caught. It's the tight end Fleener for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Fleener as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now it's Ellington to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Palmer. Caught by Nelson left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down, surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Here we go. Blue 58.
Final play of the half. It's Palmer. He's got time. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they start the second half with Johnson. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now Palmer to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. That is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. Breeze now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. A toss play left. There goes Mark Ingram. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Breeze. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Breeze now to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Breeze on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson, 65 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, are almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Screen play, Johnson. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now Palmer on first down. And this is caught by Fells, right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
4 down. Let's go. Blue 58. Sally 19. Sally 19.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Second down, here's Palmer. Fells has it, left side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Bruce Arians with a decision to make it. He's made it. They're going to go on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Palmer's going to keep it on the sneak.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. And they're definitely showing blitz here. John Brown in motion left.
Mirror.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Get ready. Wide 18. Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
One receiver right, that's Brown.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue.
On 3rd down, Palmer. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Saints. 47 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On second down, here's Breeze. Going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target, and it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. From the gun on third down, Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Time for a break. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Let's go, let's go. Regular, regular. Sally 19, Sally 19. Let's go. See. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Let's go, let's go.
Palmer apparently wants to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now it's Palmer. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Sally 19, Sally 19. Get ready, wide, 18.
Pitch it out to Johnson. Uses the stiff arm. And able to use the stiff arm. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Hey. Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. No, check that. We're like 52 right here.
Here's Palmer. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Mirror. Let's go. Blue 58.
Palmer to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's go. Mirror. Regular.
Halfback sent in motion. They're going on fourth down. It's Palmer. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A gutsy decision there going for it on fourth, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
See. Here we go. Wide 18.
Palmer gives to Johnson. Bulldozes past him. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Here we go. Blue 58.
Oh, Palmer looking to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.